Hi, this is my second video and I'm going to speak briefly about the art of assertiveness and why it's important for women to actually learn this in the workplace. So I'm just going to share a personal story with you where over 10 years ago at the start of my career as a lawyer, I was just way too nice, way too accommodating, and perhaps I had passive characteristics. But that was quite acceptable, I think, for people in the workplace, because as soon as I started actually changing and gaining confidence and experience as I became older, I was then, when I thought I was being assertive, I was branded as being bossy, condescending, and also probably aggressive. Now, I think it's important for women to get this right because it's so difficult because you can't win either way. But I think if you want to be a fearless leader, you really need to make sure that you know what assertive being means and you can actually project this quality at work and have that gravitas where people will respect you, people will listen to you, and you're more likely to be promoted as a result of this. So being assertive means standing up for yourself in a confident way in which you're respecting the needs, wants and wishes of others. Whereas the opposite meaning of aggressiveness means that you're just on the attack and you're not really considering other people's opinions. And a really great way in which you can be assertive is that you really need to make sure that you hone down your listening skills, because when you do that and you listen to others and you use the same language and the words that the other person is using, you build that rapport and you are more likely to be engaging them with them in a very assertive manner. Also, another thing to remember is not to disagree with that person all the time. Sometimes when you're being assertive about trying to communicate your point, agree with them first. Repeat what they are saying, so you're building that relationship with them and they're less likely to feel defensive when you actually then present what your argument or what your point is, which might be different to theirs. So I hope you found that useful. It's something that I've shared with lots of women. They found it really helpful. And I really want you to think about a time where perhaps you've been branded as being aggressive when actually you think you're being assertive. Because one thing that you can do is when someone does brand you in that way, you can say, well, am I being aggressive? Do you think I'm being aggressive because I'm standing up for myself in a confident way while I am respecting the needs and wants of wishes of others? Or do you think I'm being aggressive because I'm attacking you? Which is it? And that will make them stop and think. And I've actually done this and it's been really effective, because sometimes people, they have these presumptions or unconscious biases about what aggressiveness is and what is assertiveness, and especially for women in the workplace, because there is those gender stereotypes and those gender biases, and unfortunately they still exist today. And I'm really passionate about trying to eradicate those so that women can actually have an equal seat at the table with men, and also by other women not perceiving them as being aggressive. So I hope you found that useful, and I'd be really interested to know what your thoughts are and what situations you've been in, so you can share this and perhaps give me some tips. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video, in which I'm going to share with you about why it's important to remain feminine as a leader in the workplace. So I look forward to seeing you then.